Here is how you solve the homework. So for 1A, the first thing we're going to do is distribute, and then we're just going to solve this, get all the x's on one side. So I'm going to do it this way. So 24 is equal to, is less than 9 plus 5x minus 9 minus 9. This is 15, so x is less than or greater than 3. If you graph that, and we want x to be bigger than 3, so it goes that way. So for this problem, we're going to distribute again, minus 1. Multiply both sides by 4s, so we're going to get 4/3 x minus 4 is less than or equal to x minus 2. Got all our x's on one side, so minus 1x, so this is 1/3 x. I'm writing too big. Add 4, add 4. 1/3 x is greater than or equal to 2. And then we're going to multiply by 3 on both sides. So, sorry about how messy this is. X is less than or equal to 6. So if we were going to graph this, go out to 6, less than, this way. Okay, absolute values, we're going to get two equations. X minus 3 is less than 5. X minus 3 is greater than negative 5. This is a pretty straightforward thing to solve. So then when we graph negative 2, 8, right, we want to be less than 8. We want to be bigger than negative 2, so it's in the middle. Okay, again, absolute value, x plus 6 is bigger than 4. X plus 6 is less than negative 4. Minus 6, and, right? So now if we graph this, here's 0, negative 2, negative 10. We want to be less than negative 10. We want to be bigger than 2. So it's going away from each other. Okay. This one is a little bit more straightforward. We just say it equals 4. Plus 4. Or it equals negative 4. Solve. Here is pretty easy. X is 0. Here we're going to get a fraction. Okay. If we are going to graph this, we're at 0. And then we're at negative 8/3, which is almost to negative 3. Okay. So here, these are some inequalities. So 7 minus 5x is less than or equal to 2. 7 minus 5x is greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, negative 5x, right, if you minus 7. Now we're going to divide by negative 5. Flip the sign. We get x is greater than 1. When we do this, negative 9, we're going to divide again, so we have to flip 9/5. So if we graph this, 0, 1, 9/5 is almost to 2. So here are things. We're bigger than 1, less than 9/5, so it's in between. Okay. So our roots here are 1/2, negative 4, and 3 twice. Okay, so if that's 1/2, negative 4, and 3 twice. There's nothing crazy here. There's no fractions. We do have a double root, so it's not going to change, right? If you want to think about this, this is what's going to happen, right? So when is this positive? This is positive when it's less than negative 4 and when it's more than 1/2. Sound good? Or equal to on both of those, sorry. Okay, this one we're going to have to factor first. So when we factor this, we're going to get 4x think it's plus 3, or I'm sorry, minus 3, and x, no, plus 3, minus 2. Sorry. Okay. It is going to be plus 2 minus 3. Sorry. So our roots here are 4/3 and negative 2. So here's 0. So here we are at negative 2. 4/3 is right about here. There are our roots. Okay. Positive, right? This is going to be a parabola. Negative, positive. So it's negative between them. So it's negative between them. Okay, so this one, our roots are 6 and negative 1, and then we know something crazy happens at 3. So this is a little bit different. Sorry, negative 1, 6, 3. Okay, so we're going to put in some values so we know what's going on. So if x is 0, we're going to have a negative times a positive over a positive. So it's a negative. So this part, between these roots, these things, it's negative. Let's try x equals 4. At x equals 4, we're going to have a negative, a positive over a positive. So this section's still negative between 3 and 6. Let's try it at 7. So we're outside. So if we do that, we have a positive over our positive. So our root changed. We can try over here. So let's try it at x equals negative 2. We're going to have a negative over a positive, which is a positive. So when is this negative? Put the answer in red here. It's negative between negative 1 and 3. Or I'm sorry, negative 1 and 6. Or equal to x is less than or equal to 6. So that's our answer. Okay, so we now just need to, this is the writing question. Describe the set of points in the coordinate plane that satisfies the inequality. So this is the one I told you. You haven't seen a question like this. If you actually graph this, right, negative 5 up to over 1, you're going to get this, and then you're going to shade it below. So I would say all points below the line y equals 2x minus 5. Pretty straightforward. Okay, we want to graph this line inequality. I would solve this for y because we know how to graph in y equals mx plus b form. So I'd minus 2 from both sides. I would divide by negative 3, which switches the sign and gives you this. So if you're going to graph this, right, you're going to go up to 2/3, down 1 over 1, draw the line, and then we're going to end up shading this way. Okay, 6a, so this is a system. So here's our graph. So let's graph this one in blue. X is bigger than 0. So x equals 0 is just this line, the y-axis. And when is that positive? This way. Okay, I'm going to do this one now in green. If you can graph in standard form, that's cool. It's not that hard, but most of you will probably want to convert it. So we'll minus our 3x and we'll divide by 4. So we get negative 3/4 x plus 1/2. So if we plot this, we go up 1/2, then we're going to go down 3. So we'll go down, this is 1/2, 1, 2, 3 to here, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go over here. We'll draw our line. It's dotted because it's not equal then. And if we want to be less than, we're going to be right in here. So that's our answer to that one. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and graph this. So here's our plane. So let's do this parabola first. Okay, this I'm going to factor out the x. So our roots are 0 and 2, and we can draw our parabola as best we can. Okay? What our problem here is we can't put in 0, 0 because it's on the line. So let's go here, let's put in 1, 0, and we can decide if that's where we should factor. So what we want to decide is if we put in 0 and 1, right, is this true? Is 1 bigger than, I'm doing all this work for you, -1? Is that true? Yes. So that means we're going to shade in here. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and graph this line. Our y-intercept is 6, and we're going to go down 1 over 1. And we're going to graph there, and then we'll shade in there.